So, Krysten Sinema, Democratic lawmaker of Arizona, she's in the Senate. She was recently followed into a bathroom by protesters, and the protesters essentially wanted her to support Joe Biden's Build Back Better agenda, which she has not come out in support of. She's not responding to interviews. She's not engaging in discussions about it. Number one, I want to make this clear. I do not support the Build Back Better agenda. I think that in the long run, the increased taxes, the increased regulations, the exorbitant amount of subsidies going to private businesses, all of this basically destroys the economy in the long run. It destroys the economy, it redistributes wealth, it taxes good things that we want, entrepreneurship, business creation, which sparks innovation and ideas, and it regulates, it creates more weight on the economy. Worst of all, it increases spending by $3.5 trillion, which I don't believe that number. I'm sure that it's going to be higher, and if it's not higher, all it's going to be is a program that becomes almost impossible to get rid of, like Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security, and always becomes something that the left says we want to increase the size and scope of over and over and over again. So it just becomes a bloated government program that politically becomes super hard to get rid of. And we already have a problem of spending anyway. So no, I don't support that program. At the same time, I don't believe that Democratic lawmaker Krysten Sinema is a good faith actor. I don't believe she has a principled stand, and she doesn't. Like, if you look at her voting record of, I don't believe in government spending or high amounts of government spending, because she's willing to vote for government spending. I don't think that this is her taking a principled stand against taxes. I genuinely believe that she is just bought. I believe that the donor class, and if you look at what she's been up to, she's serving and always around the donor class, trying to raise donations from very, very rich people to do their bidding, and she ignores her constituents. She holds no town halls. She doesn't answer their phone calls. So if I believed that she was actually doing this for a principled reason, which would be more in line with my thoughts on spending too much from the federal government, then I would be like, hey, like, I'm happy that Krysten Sinema is doing this. But I don't believe she is, because she's a Democrat, and she is okay with government spending. I just legitimately think that it's corruption, where she's taking advice from the business class, which the business class is, if you let the business class control the government, you're going to have a same amount of awful policy like if you let, just the working class control the government. The government is not there to be controlled by one class and pit one class against another and create policies that benefit one class and destroy another class, or benefit another class and destroy another class. That's not what the government is there for. So if you're going into government to be a sellout for corporations, it's just as bad as you being a sellout for labor unions. There needs to be a neutrality that the government has, and that neutrality is that it does not involve itself with economic matters, especially not to the degree that it's doing right now. So how do I feel about them going in and protesting? Well, number one, they weren't violent. That's huge. So like, if they were actually like destroying her stuff, in her face, screaming at her, yelling at her in a way that can be perceived as violent, or if they were actually physically causing her harm, then I'd be 100% against that. They followed her into the bathroom. Was it a little misguided? Yes. But honestly, I think she went into the bathroom to try to escape them, because she didn't want to actually have a discussion with the people who actually voted her in office anyways. So I don't think that she went into the bathroom in good faith, but I don't know that for sure. But I don't think that it was so bad that like everybody needs to fall apart about it and try to defend Krysten Sinema. I just don't think that Krysten Sinema is a good actor. I think that she's not working on behalf of any kind of principle except for corruption.